Hello friends, welcome back to the simplest Vedic Astrology course. We've seen a lot of concepts. हमने बहुत सारी concepts देखी हैं. तो just to summarize, 30-second summary. We saw what a birth chart is. Birth chart कैसे बनता है, क्या है, वो हमने देखा. कैसे बनता है वो वाला concept हमने नहीं देखा क्योंकि हमें वो नहीं चाहिए. हम एक birth chart creation tool यूज़ करेंगे जो हम बाद में देखेंगे कोर्स में, जो हमें डायरेक्टली बर्थ चार्ट दे देता है. बट इन द सिंपलेस्ट वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी हमको यही समझना है कि बर्थ चार्ट कैसे दिखता है, क्यों होता है, क्या होता है. उसमें 12 बॉक्सेस होते हैं और 12 जोडियक्स होते हैं. तो हमने 12 जोडियक्स देखे. वी सॉ ऑल द 12 जोडियक्स, वी सॉ द 12 बॉक्सेस एंड वी ऑल्सो सॉ व्हाट एन असेंडेंट इज. और असेंडेंट क्या करता है, क्यों असेंडेंट है. असेंडेंट इज बेसिकली द एंट्री गेटवे इनटू द बर्थ चार्ट. We are only going to look into South Indian astrology chart because it's easier for anyone who is learning Vedic astrology. So we also learned the rule. हमने एक चीज़ सीखा. For a prediction we need a few things. One is planet. Second is the house. Planet is your actor. House is the life area. And zodiac is like the interior of a certain room. So it impacts how the planet will act. Right? So a sign is nothing but the way it impacts a planet. Like for example, if it's Aries, Aries is Mesha or it's a male sheep. So it is a ruler. The ruler of Aries is Mars. So it has a Mars energy. It is always ready to fight. So now if consider this as the interior of a room and you put a planet into that room, so that planet will be impacted by the energy of that zodiac. So zodiac is that energy, right? Or you can call it a zodiac or a sign. That sign gives the energy to the planet and वो planet आपको ये life area में impact करेगा. For example, if it's the third house is the house of siblings, courage, communication. So third house में अगर आप राहु को डालते हैं तो third house अगर आपका एरीज है तो राहु एक तो वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा काम नहीं करेगा बिकॉज राहु ऑब्सेशन है, राहु एक्सपेंशन है. और थर्ड हाउस एरीज है. एरीज अगेन मेषा या फिर मेल शीप और रैम, तो वो हमेशा लड़ने के लिए तैयार होता है. बट राहु एक्सपैंड करता है जो भी है आपका, राइट. तो अगर राहु थर्ड हाउस में चला जाता है तो उसका एनर्जी मिलता है उसको एरीज से, बट काम उसको करना है सिबलिंग्स पे, कम्युनिकेशन पे और कुछ चीज़ों पे जैसे करेज है. तो राहु अगर थर्ड हाउस में आ जाता है तो राहु वाला करेज आ जाता है आपको, बहुत ज़्यादा करेज आ जाता है. जैसे अगर कोई सिचुएशन में आपको कोई डरा रहा है तो आप उसको 10 गुना और डराएंगे बिकॉज राहु एक्सपैंड कर रहा है आपकी करेज को. तो आप सबसे ज़्यादा करेजियस दिखोगे. उसको आप एक्ट करोगे या नहीं वो अलग बात है, बट अगर एरीज में है थर्ड हाउस और राहु है तो आप कूद भी पड़ेंगे बिकॉज एरीज इज ऑल्सो मेकिंग यू फाइट, राइट. तो एक प्लैनेट है, एक हाउस है. हाउस इज द लाइफ एरिया एंड जोडियक आपको एनर्जी बताता है. तो ये तीनों कंबाइंड आपको एक प्रेडिक्शन आप कर सकते हो. उसमें 2 या 3 चीज़ें और हैं, जैसे हमने प्लैनेट फ्रेंडली, पावर, हाई पावर, लो पावर वो पढ़ी है. और एक चीज़ हम पढ़ेंगे जो एस्पेक्ट्स हैं. एक प्लैनेट कहाँ से कहाँ तक देख सकता है. तो अगर एक प्लैनेट थर्ड हाउस में है तो वो कहाँ तक देख सकता है. तो हमारे एस्ट्रोलॉजी में ये भी लिखा है कि अगर एक प्लैनेट एक हाउस में है तो वो कहीं और भी देख सकता है बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली उसकी आंखें हैं. तो हमने उसको एक ह्यूमन के जैसे देखा है. तो अगर एक आदमी एक कमरे में है तो वो दूसरे कमरे में भी कभी कभी देख सकता है. तो दैट इज़ द होल लॉजिक. तो हम उसको अगले चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे. सो इन दिस चैप्टर व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न व्हाट डज ईच हाउस मीन. कौन सा लाइफ एरिया को हर घर या फिर हाउस इम्पैक्ट करता है, राइट. और इसका पहले हम 1 to 12 हाउसेस देखेंगे, फिर हम एक और बार 1 to 12 देखेंगे इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्यों ऐसा डिज़ाइन करा हुआ है हमारे एंशिएंट एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स ने और उसको याद कैसे रखें. तो पहली चीज़ है फर्स्ट हाउस इज़ ऑलवेज अबाउट यू, योर सेल्फ, योर बॉडी, योर पर्सनैलिटी, योर एवरीथिंग. इट्स द बिगिनिंग, राइट. तो आपकी आइडेंटिटी है, पर्सनालिटी है, आपकी साइकोलॉजिकल स्टेट है, आपकी पर्सनालिटी स्टेट है. what exactly you are as a characteristic, आपका confidence कितना है, your health, everything is going to be controlled by this first house. Your mindset, your identity, your direction in life, everything is going to be controlled by this single house, right? So the first house is always the most important. And how do you define the first house? First house हमेशा जहाँ पे ascendant होता है वो first house माना जाता है. तो ascendant आपका entry gateway into the chart है, right? So now let's move on to the second house. Second house फैमिली, वेल्थ और स्पीच के लिए जाना जाता है. फैमिली मतलब योर वाइफ, योर किड्स, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, नॉट योर मदर. मदर हैज़ अ डिफरेंट हाउस. तो स्पीच, आप कैसे बात करते हो, राइट. एंड वेल्थ, आपने वेल्थ अक्यूमुलेट करा है कि नहीं, पैसे के बारे में बताता है. वेल्थ और पैसे में अर्निंग या फिर इनकम में दो अलग डिफरेंस हैं. अगर मैं आज 100 रुपये कमाऊँ वो कमाई है. अगर मेरे पास पहले से 50,000 रुपये के प्लॉट हैं तो वो वेल्थ माना जाता है. तो वेल्थ क्रिएशन लॉन्ग टर्म में होता है. प्लॉट आप खरीदते हैं, घर आप खरीदते हैं, तो वेल्थ क्रिएशन इज ऑलवेज लॉन्ग टर्म. पर अगर 100 रुपये इनकम है तो वो इनकम आपको दूसरा एक घर, 11वीं घर में पता चलता है, 11th हाउस. So we only look at the second house is only going to explain wealth, family, speech and a few other things. जैसे financial condition बताता है, family bonds बताता है, speech and food habits also. It also gives you food habits. So if you see this picture, you have wealth, treasures, you have food. Food is nothing, so food is also in the second house, right? Everything about money, that is the wealth, long term में. तो इसमें speech की नहीं है, but speech is also a big part of this. And what sort of problems, कौन सी प्रॉब्लम आने से आपको सेकेंड हाउस देखना पड़ता है? लेट्स से फाइनेंशियल इंस्टेबिलिटीज़, डिफ़िकल्टी इन सेविंग मनी, या फिर फैमिली में बहुत सारे आर्गुमेंट्स हो रहे हैं, तो सेकेंड हाउस देखते हैं. आपको ईटिंग प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, आप फ्रूट्स नहीं खा पा रहे हो या फिर कुछ और नहीं खा पा रहे हो, या फिर इफ़ यू हैव अ लैक ऑफ स्टेबिलिटी, आप सेकेंड हाउस देखते हो, राइट. सो वी विल कम बैक टू सेकेंड हाउस अ लिटिल लेटर. थर्ड हाउस इज अ हाउस ऑफ करेज, स्किल्स एंड इनिशिएटिव. सो इट्स ऑलवेज अबाउट करेज. एक और चीज़ है जो यहाँ पे नहीं है, वो है सिबलिंग्स, आपके भाई बहन, राइट. So this is a house for courage, skills, initiative, siblings, right? Communication भी एक हद तक, younger siblings mostly, right? Skills, also in terms of travel, अगर हम travel के हिसाब से देखेंगे तो short travel मतलब अगर आप कहीं छोटा ट्रैवल कर रहे हो, जैसे दिल्ली से नोएडा गए, नोएडा से गुड़गांव गए, चेन्नई से बैंगलोर गए, बैंगलोर से हैदराबाद गए, ऑल दैट इज द शॉर्ट ट्रैवल. सो ऑल दैट शॉर्ट ट्रैवल विल कम अंडर द थर्ड हाउस. सो थर्ड हाउस इज बेसिकली फॉर करेज, मतलब हिम्मत, स्किल्स, आपके कितने क्या स्किल हैं, आप टेक्निकली क्या स्किल है, या फिर आपको फर्नीचर बनाना आता है, या फिर आपको कुछ और स्किल है, बात करने का स्किल है, और एक इनिशिएटिव, आप कोई चीज़ स्टार्ट कर पा रहे हो, इनिशिएट कर रहे हो, वो आपको थर्ड हाउस में पता चल जाता है, राइट. एंड ऑब्वियसली आपके सिबलिंग्स. तो यहाँ पे कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स के सोल्यूशन मिल जाते हैं. अगर आपकी ज़िंदगी में ऐसे वाले प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जहाँ पे आपको शॉर्ट ट्रैवल के बारे में पता करना है, या फिर आप करेजियस नहीं हो, यू आर अनेबल टू स्टार्ट इनिशिएट समथिंग, यू आर वेरी अफ्रेड ऑफ चेंज, देन यू लुक एट थर्ड हाउस. यू हैव प्रॉब्लम्स विद सिबलिंग्स, आपके भाई बहन से लड़ाई हो रही है, तो आप थर्ड हाउस में आके झाँक के देखोगे. आप लेज़ी हो रहे हो, आप प्रोक्रास्टिनेट कर रहे हो, मतलब आप अगले दिन के लिए काम छोड़ रहे हो, तो इन प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए थर्ड हाउस में हमेशा सॉल्यूशंस होते हैं, राइट. सो नेक्स्ट गोइंग टू फोर्थ हाउस. सो हमने सेकेंड हाउस में फैमिली देखा था. फोर्थ हाउस इज ओनली फॉर मदर. सो इन दिस केस इट्स मदर. सो व्हाट इज मदर about? Mother is about emotions. So mother, and then there is emotions. It's also about land, your land ownership. It's about buying vehicles. It's also about your basic education. Your basic education is also represented by the fourth house, right? So emotions and emotional stability will also come from the 4th house, because 4th house is mother. Mother is moon. Moon is the mind. So mother is the mind, right? Inner peace. So emotional stability will also give you inner peace. Okay, let's change the color. Now, what sort of problems will you have? If you have an emotional instability, आप इमोशनली बहुत अनस्टेबल हो तो आप 4th हाउस देखते हो. आपको पीस ऑफ माइंड नहीं है, PEACE, आपको पीस ऑफ माइंड नहीं है तो आप चौथे घर देखोगे, 4th हाउस you will see. If you have depression, anxiety, you will see 4th house. Anything related to the motherland, you will see the 4th house. Right? Issues with the mother. If you have a problem with your mother, आपकी अनबन चल रही है मदर से, तो आप 4th house देखोगे हमेशा. Right? So let's move to the next one. So 5th house is about creativity. It's about romance. It's about children. It's about creativity. It's about romantic interests. It's about children. It's about love. It's about dating. प्यार करना किसी से, एक्सप्रेसिव होना, आइडियाज़ जनरेट करना, क्रिएटिव होना, ये सारे 5th हाउस के अंदर आ जाते हैं. तो यहाँ पे the kind of problems that you will see are romantic problems, problems with breakups, problems with love, problems with creativity, problems with your children. So 5th house always connects to the first child. The first child always represents the 5th house. Then we'll come to second child, which is the 7th house, and then you have, once again, you have 9th house as the 3rd child, right? So this is the 5th house, mostly important for romance, creativity, everything, right? Yeah, difficulty in education can also come under the 5th house. Okay. 6th house. So usually most people are confused in 6th house between 6th and 10th house, because 6th house represents the actual service or the work that you do day to day and your daily routines. So we'll talk about 10th house later. So when we go to 10th house, we'll also compare 6th to 10th. 6th house always represents the health, your daily work and your health related challenges, obstacles, etc. Your debts, मतलब आपने कर्जा उठाया है तो वो 6th house से दिखेगा. If you are having health issues, so health issues will be seen through 6th house. Diseases, work routines, challenges, etc. etc. Enemies, you will see it from the 6th house. Right? If you have any diseases, you come check the 6th house. If you have loans, debts, financial pressure, etc., you will see the 6th house. If you have legal issues, any legal issues, you will come to the 6th house. Okay, work stress, etc. Anything related to daily work, you will come to 6th house. Then the simplest of all is the 7th house. 7th house is only mostly important for marriage, partnerships, your wife basically, or your business partner, right? So everything related to your partnership, including marriage or your business partner, can be seen through the 7th house, right? And what sort of problems can you solve? You can solve marriage related problems like delayed marriage, or if you have marriage problems, relationship problems, business relationship problems, divorce, etc., etc. So you can find a solution or try to understand what is happening by looking at the 7th house, right? Trust issues, maybe public criticism, blah blah, a lot of other things start in the 7th house. 8th house, to most people it is difficult to understand. The reason is it's called as the house of transformation. Transformation. So the 8th house is called as the house of transformation. So it's really hard to understand, or it's a little bit of an abstract concept. So 8th house is usually the house of occult. If your 8th house is strong, it's a house of some To some level, it is how is spirituality also, because if you see, I showed a chart during the beginning of this course, a chart of Osho. And in the chart of Osho, the 8th house had 4 different planets. There are a lot of energies coming into the 8th house. So, and he was extremely spiritual, and he did not believe in the occult. So, 8th house usually represents occult. 8th house can represent a bit of spirituality, but it also represents secrets, hidden interests. It represents your in-laws. It represents sudden losses. It represents karma and secrets, right? Karma, sudden events. Sudden events. Okay. It also represents sudden losses and sometimes sudden gains as well. Anything that happens suddenly belongs to this 8th house. Then there's mental breakdown, and most importantly, the sexual issues also are part of the 8th house. And we will learn more during this course as to what 8th house is once again. Right? Then you have the 9th house. 9th house usually represents a father. 9th house represents higher learning. 9th house represents long journeys. Right? So long journeys do not mean that you are leaving the country and never coming back. Long journey can mean you're leaving the country, but you're also coming back. So that is seen through the 9th house, right? Like we saw, short journeys were seen through the 3rd house. Through the 9th house, you see higher learnings, you see luck and wisdom, and long journeys, and always higher education, right? So anything related to luck, good fortune, how your luck is, can be dealt with understanding the 9th house always. If you have bad luck, you can come and check the 8th house. If you don't have a purpose, if you've lost the will to live, if you've lost your purpose to life, you come and check the 9th house, right? Blocked education can mean 9th house. And most importantly, your father or guru, your father, you want more details about your father, you come here and check. If you want to understand about your guru, how your guru will be, 9th house. So check the houses, which house it is, check which zodiac it is, check what planets are there in that house, check who is ruling that house. So by that you can understand the guru and the father, right? So that's the 9th house. 10th house is the house of career. It's very important. Career is nothing but your public image, your public life, right? I mean, there's a difference between career and daily work. That's what I was talking about, between 6th house and 10th house. So you have a job, everything that you do in the job on a daily basis comes under the 6th house. The career, you getting a job, what sort of job are you doing, that comes on to the 10th house, right? So the 10th house represents how people see you in your public image, or what is your public image, what is your duty to the society. So that is seen through the 10th house at all times, right? So that's the difference between the 6th house and the 10th house. So anything related to career problems, professional problems, reputation, everything you see, authorities, achievements, you always see in the 10th house. So 10th house is always called as a career house. You getting a job or not getting a job, you can just check the career house, that is the 10th house. So it can be job losses, it can be no recognitions, constant career changes, all of it can be understood from your 10th house, right? So dissatisfaction to our public image, acha nahi hai, you will get to know everything from the 10th house. Next, the 11th house. 11th house is for networks, friends. Who are your friends? Let's say your 11th house has Mercury in it. So Mercury is intelligent. So all your friends will be intelligent. Let's say Jupiter is there in your 11th house. So if there is Jupiter in your 11th house, or Jupiter has its impact on the 11th house, then all your friends will be wise, because they will all come, they'll all be wise and they'll have a lot of wisdom, right? So similarly, anyway, so 11th house is always about the gains, your income, your gains, sudden gains, your gains, money gains, पैसा आ रहे हैं आपको, networks, how well are you connected in the society, how many friends do you have, how many networks are you part of. That can be seen through the 11th house. So if the 11th house is having a problem, if it is weak, then you will have a bad friend circle, you will have no support from anybody, you will be feeling left out at all times. It's very simple, right? Okay, so let's move to the 12th house. Now 12th house is the last house, and what do you do at the end of each day? You sleep, right? So the 12th house is about sleep. It's about everything that you do at the end. It can also be about leaving your motherland. It can be about leaving motherland and going to a different country and getting settled over there. 12th house is also about losses. 12th house is also about your expenditure. Kharcha kitne ho rahe hain? If you are losing money a lot, then you come and check your 12th house. If you are not able to sleep properly, then you check your 12th house. If you are too lonely, you check your 12th house. 12th house is also about an inner life. You are too imaginative and you live inside your subconscious mind mostly. So that's also what 12th house does, right? It's also about moksha, isolation. So at the end of your life, what do you want? The primary objective of life is getting moksha, according to the Hindu way of living, or the Sanatani Dharma. The Sanatan Dharma, right? So moksha can also be checked with the 12th house. So this is what 12th house is. It's very simple. Now we'll go to another way of learning all the 12 houses. Let's move to that. Let's try to present this. Okay? No, it's not this one. Hold on. Okay, so why is it designed the way it is designed? Very important question. Why is the first house all about self? पहला घर हमेशा self क्यों होता है? So the way it is designed is, the first thing in the morning when you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror, you wash your face, you go look at yourself in the mirror, right? So that is why the first house is always related to the self. You, your personality, how you look, how you act, what your personality is all about. So it's always going to be about you. Secondly, after you wash your face and look at the mirror, the first thing that you will go and do is you will sit with your family, think about your wealth, and also consume some small amount of food. When I say your family, it's going to be your children and your wife, right? So that's the second house. Immediately after waking up, a person meets the family, eats food, uses their voice. He uses his voice to communicate that he loves the kids and loves the wife, right? And engages with their possessions and money, meaning he's just thinking about his wealth and money. That is the reason why the second house is about the family, speech and wealth, most importantly, right? Next, once he meets up with his family, he has to meet with his siblings. He wants to meet his siblings, that is, his brothers, sisters. He will meet the siblings, and hence the third house is always about siblings, efforts and skills, right? Third house is also about courage, but most importantly it's about siblings as well. So after meeting with his wife, he is meeting his siblings and communicates and uses their courage and initiative, right? He meets up with his sisters and then he uses their courage to do the next activity, right? The fourth thing, after meeting with the siblings, he goes and meets his mother. After meeting with his siblings in the fourth house, he will go and meet with his mother, right? So the fourth house is about the mother. It's about the motherland. It's about emotions. It's about emotional stability and other things, right? The person returns to the comfort of home, connects to the mother and finds emotional grounding, roots, peace and sense of belonging. So now he reaches out to his mother, right? Fourth. Next, fifth, he wants to spend some time with his children and he does some creative work. Then the person creates, teaches children, expresses imagination, takes intelligent decisions, etc., etc., right? So he's enjoying the creation and the joy of sitting with the children. So fifth house is about romance, about creativity, it's about children, it's about the first child, right? So that's how the fifth house is designed this way. After that, the sixth house, right? In the sixth house, next part of the day is duty, work, service, discipline, dealing with obstacles, handling health and routines. Now he met his mother, he met his children and he's played with them. The next thing is work and routines and his obstacles. What was life's obstacles? So he's going to solve the obstacles or think about the obstacles. So he's going to do his work. So sixth house is about service, it's about daily work, routine, health, obstacles, legal issues, etc. Right? And then after doing all this, now he has found time to talk to his wife alone, right? So now he goes to his wife and he talks to her. Later in life and in the day, a person meets their spouse or partner. This is the outward facing relationship, the mirror opposite of self. That's the seventh house. So self, when we saw the first house, right, self was about himself. This is an inward relationship. But when you go into the seventh house, this is an outward relationship. He is now dealing with his wife or talking to his wife, right? So after this is done, he gets into the house of transformation, right? Deeper layers, change, vulnerability, intimacy, shared resources and transformation. The mysterious region of 8th house. So he thinks about all of these things, how to change, how to transform himself, and most importantly, intimacy, right? So next, after the 8th house, now he met with his mom, his, let's say, mother, and then children, and then wife, and then he thought about intimacy and vulnerability, etc. And then now he is in need of higher education or higher learning. So he goes to his guru or his father. He meets up with his father and the guru. Let's say both are same. And as the person seeks meaning beyond problems, they turn towards higher learning. So higher learning is in the 9th house, right? So once he's done with the higher learning, now he is ready to build a career or build an image. With wisdom gained, as person steps into the public role, he has found the higher learnings from the 9th house. Now he is going to create his own career and reputation in the 10th house. And once that is done, he will go gain money or gain wealth or gain income from the 11th house. And he also spends some time with his friends and networks. And after all this, he, at the end of the day, he is now done with all people that he wanted to meet and do. Now he does enter the 12th house, where he is now ready to sleep or ready to spiritually surrender, right? So most importantly, sleep. So his day gets over. So in the first house, he started by looking at himself, and in the last house, he is going to sleep. So this is how the 12 houses are designed. So now you can remember exactly why the 12 houses are designed the way they are.